Hello there, Cancer. Welcome to my channel. I am the Soul Teacher, and I'm here today to do your full moon in Aquarius reading. So the full moon in Aquarius is happening on the 22nd of August, and this is a very, very special full moon because it's the second full moon in one cycle, which makes it a blue moon, but it doesn't stop there. This is also the second full moon in the same cycle in the same sign. So normally when blue moons happen, they happen in different signs. Not this time. This is the first full moon in the cycle was the full moon in Aquarius, and now the second time around it's also in Aquarius. So it's a very it's almost like it's cleaning the slate. So let's see your strongest influence during this time, Cancer. Oh gosh, Aquarius had this. Saturn. So Saturn is the planet of karma. It's the father of time. It moves very, very slowly, but it moves very directly. And what goes around comes around. This is basically what Saturn is. Saturn is also the planet of, is it the planet of higher learning? Sorry, let me just quickly see here. I don't know why that came through. I'm not sure. Let me just see. Sorry. Mars, Venus, the moon, sun, Neptune, Jupiter, Saturn. Limitation, lessons, discipline, god of, sorry, what is that? Hold on one second. Let me just see what this is. I don't know what it says. Father of Jupiter. This is interesting. Tradition, perseverance, passage of time, orderliness of all things. Interesting. So what I get from this is something a little bit different from Aquarius. It's very much the same, but just a little bit different. I do feel that this is that orderliness of everything really spoke to me, and it's a passage of time. So and all of a sudden this thing comes through as in time passes anyway, so why not do it? So instead of, if you wanted to, and that's probably why I said higher learning, interesting. If you want to go and study something, don't let it bother you that you're 36 years old and this is a 3 or 4 year course. I'm going to be 40 by the time I do this. Time passes anyway. If you get to 40 and you haven't studied, you still haven't done anything. But if you did start when you wanted to, you would then be done. Interesting. Okay. And we have mirror. Who or what is triggering you? And it's very, very interesting that this is coming out, Cancer, because this moon is also called the Sturgeon Moon. Now, the reason why is it's called the Sturgeon Moon after a fish. A fish called the sturgeon. So the sturgeon is it's a fish that is a bottom feeder. So what he does is he goes down and he stirs up the bottom. So he stirs up the muck and the mud and all the salt and stuff from the bottom of the sea or a lake for him to feed. And I really do feel that this is a time where things are going to be stirred up quite a lot. And being mirror and who or what is triggering you, that can definitely be something that's quite heavy for you, Cancer. So let's see. Remember also, when you are triggered, the only reason why you're triggered is for that something to be stirred up so that it can come up for healing or releasing, and see it in that way. So before you snap at someone, make sure that you realize that it's something that needs to be healed or released. Okay, Cancer, let's see. What cycle are you ending? Wow. Be bold and make the first move. So what I feel here is a little bit different from what I thought I would feel. I feel that you are now in that place where you are just done with everything else. You're like, okay, you know what? I have been sitting on this for a long time. I'm going to make my move. I'm moving. It's like that planet, that big Saturn planet that moves so slowly, it's almost like you can't perceive the movement, but then all of a sudden that planet is right upon you. You know, it's that same thing of when you're studying for something and you're older and you're like, oh, I'm 36. Time passes anyway. So why not use that time to do the things that you really want to do, you know? That's the feeling that I'm getting here, is like you are now done waiting on something, or done making excuses, or done with, you know what, maybe I shouldn't do this. You're at this point where you say, I'm doing it now. And you are bold and you are making the first move. And for you, Cancer, this is brilliant. Next one is, what do you still need to work on to finally release? Oh, yay. Luck is on your side. New moon in Sagittarius. So what you need to release, Cancer, is that feeling of, luck is just never on my side. I have to work harder to get something. No nonsense. You are going to release this once and for all, which is probably what's going to trigger you, right? Is that thing of, why is everything difficult for me? That feeling, because you're putting yourself in a victim mode. And when you're in victim mode, you won't be able to take any action on anything. And whatever action you do take will definitely not be bold. Goodness, okay. Are you still on the right path for your intended manifestation? It's a time for healing. What I feel here is, Cancer, you need to heal this stuff first. If you can get through these triggers and get through the releasing of all of these negative things, and you can, like I said in the beginning, is the stirring up is the only reason why you're being triggered or why things are being stirred up, is it needs to come up for release or for healing, right? And this is basically what Luna is telling you. She's telling you, Cancer, if you want to be lucky, and if you want to be bold enough to make that move, if you want to be that influential Saturn planet, the planet of karma, the planet of time, if you want to be that forceful, you're going to have to allow these things to come up and to be healed first. Wow. I'm talking to myself too. I'm Cancer Moon. So advice for you, Cancer, is the energy is gaining momentum. So you see, it's a Saturn thing again. Wow, it's so cool. So like I said, Saturn is the father of time. He moves very, very slowly, or it just seems like he does, because he's so big and his orbit is so far away from us. So it seems like Saturn is moving really, really slowly. But you know what? He's moving very surely. But he moves in such a way that it's not, you can't really perceive the movement. So in your mind, he hardly moves at all. But then all of a sudden you're faced with this and it's like, boom, it's here. The energy is gaining momentum without you even seeing it. Oh, I like that, Cancer. This is a beautiful reading for you, Cancer. So I wish you all the love, light, and healing that I can imagine for you, and that's quite a lot, I can promise you. And I hope you have a beautiful full moon in Aquarius on the 22nd of August. I'll see you on the flip side.